Right, time to drill some holes, and I've done the marking out, and I'll show you what we're going to do and how we're going to go about doing it. Let's come in a little bit on this. So hopefully now I've got the lighting arranged so you can actually see. I'm just going to move it across a little bit. Right, there we go. Okay, so I've got our hole positions marked out. So top hole there. Let's do it, tilt it up a bit. There we go. And on the end. Now I'm making one small change to the plans. This bottom hole here, which is for the finger lever pivot, on the plans this should be a blind hole and it should be tapped 832, which is what I'm going to do at 832, but I'm not going to make it a blind hole. That's done purely for cosmetics. I'm actually going to drill it all the way through because 832, the tap is very small and I don't like drilling blind holes at the best of time. I've got to do 2 on the bottom here, but these are fairly deep. These are nearly ½ inch deep. This one is very shallow. So I'm going to drill that one all the way through and tap at 832. And I can do that one and these bottom 2 on the shear line, which is fine. What we have a small problem with the top one. The top one needs to be drilled and reamed ½ inch. Now I can't do ½ inch holes on the shear line. I haven't got any way of holding anything that big. 10 mils the maximum I can do. So, and I don't think I can fit this in the forge jaw with enough offset to be able to do it on the lathe. So this is going to have to be drilled finally on the drill press, which is not ideal. However, the bearing insert goes in this hole, so I'm not too bothered because I can make the bearing insert fit the hole that I drill. So if the hole is not quite on dimension for the insert, I can simply make this slightly bigger or slightly smaller to make sure that it's a tight fit in this hole up here. But as I say, the rest of it I can definitely do on the shear line. So, oh, and the final, the actual final job will be to press the bearing insert in, purely because the bearing insert sticks proud of this block. So that will be the last thing I do after cleaning it up. But then we've got to take a chunk off this side because on the drawing, as you can see, this edge here is angled. So I shall cut the majority of that off on the bandsaw and then finish it up on the shear line. But let's get over to the shear line and drill these holes. Okay, so this is the setup we got on the shear line. Just got enough clearance with the belt, fortunately. We have a 4mm spot drill in the collet, and we're going to spot the hole. I'm going to do one at a time because that way I can take this out, put the drill bit in I need for the 832, which is a number 29 number drill, and then I won't have to disturb the table in any way, shape, form, so that it will all line up. Right, let's get it going. Spot drill done. Now we'll change it out for the actual tapping drill, which is the number 29. Right, we've got the spot drill swapped out for a number 29, and I'm using the high-tech method of getting my depth, the piece of masking tape on there, which shows me exactly how far I've got to go in. It's not far, as I said, it's just under ½ inch. That's our tapping hole drilled. Now I'm going to repeat the exact same process for the second hole. I'll do that off camera. And then to actually tap the holes, I'm going to move over to the drill press because I could put the 32 UNC tap in here, but because of the way the show line works, I've only got a lead screw to wind this up and down, and that's not ideal when you're using a tap. So what I'm going to do is I will drill the second hole, and then I will move over to the drill press where I will start both taps off using the drill press. That way I can guarantee that they will be vertical. Okay, now we're over on the drill press. And I've got the work in the float lock vise. It's not locked down yet. This is one of the beauties of the float lock vise. It's fantastic for lining up work. Now I'm going to line up the hole in the block with the drill press using the drill that I actually used to drill the hole. Then I will swap the drill bit out for the tap, and we will start the tap off with it in the Jacob's chuck. Now I will not be using any power on the drill for doing this. It will all be done manually. So let's just close in on that a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Right, so basically what we do is, this is free to move. Let me get my arm out of the way. This is free to move. So I will move this down, locate the drill bit in the hole. There we go. Lock the quill. Then clamp the float lock vise down so that it can't move. Release this, and that should be a nice easy fit in the hole, which it is. Now we know that the drill press is centered on the hole. I can swap the drill bit out for the tap, preferably without kicking the camera. Okay, now I have the tap in the Jacob's chuck. I'll put a little drop of Rocket 40 in the hole there, and then it's a simple matter of lowering the tap down into the hole, like so. Keeping a little bit of pressure on it and starting the tap off like this. Very easy. That. Now you go in a few threads, and once you're in a few threads, you release the tap from the Jacob's chuck, remove the drill press and swap it out for a nice little tap wrench. Now I can feel exactly what's going on. You can't feel anything with this, so you don't want to do the whole thing with this. You need the feedback that you get from the tap handle. But you know that it's gone in dead straight because you had everything lined up using the drill press and using the original drill. So I'm going to keep doing that, and then I'll do the other one. I'll do that one off camera, but you get the point. This is how it's done. If you want to get a dead straight tap hole, this is the way to do it.